I know. I'm not supposed to be covering these ladies. We supposed to be over this. But it is absolutely entertaining to watch a fish flap his wings outside the water. I'm sorry. It is. It just is. All right, so I want to hear what they had to say about Joe Scarborough and Mika. I heard that Alyssa actually brings some reasoning to this whole entire thing. And I think that she's probably going to be the person to be I heard they're looking for a pro-Trump person. And I think they're going to try to change her into being this woman who challenges the entire group. So let's
I think
see.
it was the right thing to do. And I've heard a lot of folks on the left coming after Joe and Mika saying, don't normalize him. Well, 75 million plus American voters normalized Donald Trump by making him President-elect Donald Trump. In this notion that if sort of the resistance who opposes him stayed in their safe bubbles, sat on their hands and just complained about him for 4 years, that would have a bigger impact than sitting down. I talked to Mika, actually. They met with him for over 90 minutes. They raised very valid concerns. They both see themselves as opinion journalists who want to actually be able to engage the person that they talk about every day, actually be able to raise issues with them when they're concerned. And in the same way that I thought it was right for Joe Biden to meet with him, and that I think it's right for presidents to meet with foreign adversaries to try to find diplomatic relations and ways to bring people together and solve problems. This is absolutely the right thing. I would sit down with Donald Trump. I would interview Donald Trump. And I'll go a step further. I hope good people work for him. We need to stop demonizing people because they supported a man who just became president of the United States. We should hope good people are around him and smart journalists are challenging him.
Huh. Wait a minute. Where's the claps at? Where are the claps? Where are the manufactured view claps? That made too much sense here on The View. I feel like they're trying to pull something. I don't trust what they're trying to do. Do y'all believe this? I just don't believe what they're trying to do here. She made way too much sense. So let's go ahead and let's go back to the screen. Let's see what the next person got to say, because that was very rational.
Well, look,
no claps.
There is a sobering reality, right? Which is that we have, in 2016, I think people voted for the unknown and voted thinking maybe the gravitas of the office was going to change him. It didn't. In 2024, people voted knowing who he was. And nothing that he is doing, as concerning as I find it and disturbing as I find it, should be shocking, because he told us he was going to do these things. Yeah. He was surrounded by the people he's appointing, and he is keeping to his word, and people voted for him knowing that. And so it's hard. It's a sobering truth. It's hard to reconcile that with what we have been doing for the last 8 years. I will never sit with him. I don't think I'm gonna have to. I don't think I'm gonna have to make the decision, because I don't think.
Wait a minute. Why is she getting these manufactured claps when she says that? She didn't say nothing. There's not what Trump don't need to meet with you. There's no benefit to him meeting with you. He don't want to meet with you, Ana Navarro. Why does she get claps for that? I can't stand this show. I mean, I don't watch it, but just reacting to it just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I'm ever going to get invited. And listen, the truth of the matter is, as we know around this table, that it is hard to criticize and denounce the abuses of power by Donald Trump when he is president.
It's not hard. Y'all do it with ease.
We have been there before. It means threats. It means death threats. It means retribution against your family. It means crazy things showing up at your house. It means lawsuits. It means all sorts of things. We've done it.
There we go. That's the name. I think I can rock with that. The Sea Hags.
Sensational.
I've been looking for a name for them. I think we can rock with that. Hopefully I can remember that. The Sea Hags. These women are horrible.
Before, and if we have to do it again, we will do so again. I think there's a lot of people who are probably looking at what Joe and Mika did and find it opportunistic. There are people who change their stripes, or maybe their spots, I should say, today.
Make sure y'all hit the like button too, man. Don't do me. Y'all doing me a little bow. Hit the like button for me.
Depending on who is in power and what benefits them, I don't know that that's what they are doing. And to me, it's a to be determined situation, because right now it's the transition.
All right, lady. We gotta Wait, what did she say?
I don't need to know their motivation. I just know you get nowhere in silence. Conversations had to be had. I also don't believe in, like, we don't platform or we don't do these things. I feel like those.
So it sounds like they're starting to come with sense, right? And now we got to hear from the unsensible. But I'm not going to go into it right now. I have to get a moment before I react to this old deranged woman, because I know that she just wants to say something dumb. Look at that deranged look. Look, she want to say something right now that's dumb. You know what? Let's call it what it is, right? They're reacting to Joe Scarborough and Mika meeting with Donald Trump because they had to, because their ratings are in the tank. And the other left Democrats are upset. I said this literally a month before the election, a month and a half before the election, that if the Democrats lose, we are going to see an implode of the Democratic Party. The downfall of the Democratic Party is what I named it. And this is exactly what we're seeing. These people are scrambling left and right. They don't know what to do. They don't know who to blame. They're mad at everybody. Some people are even trying to go to Donald Trump and befriend him because they know that they may need him. They're all over the place. Meanwhile, the Republicans or the conservatives understand the mission. Get Donald Trump in office, implement the plan that we voted for. Okay? We understand the mission. We're not here blaming anybody, but the Democrats are confused. They're a confused party in general, but they're confused. They don't know where to go. They don't know who to blame. They're reeking of desperation. I don't believe a word of Joe Scarborough. I don't believe a word of that man. When I see actual footage of him hanging up on Donald Trump and saying what he said for 4 years, saying what he just said a week and a half ago on election night on MSDNC, still going down that same Trump deranged route, I don't believe that man. And if I'm Trump, I let them suffer as far as on the media side, because they need him. Now you find people like this woman. Now I can react to this woman. Alyssa Farah Griffin says something reasonable that just says, hey guys, 70 plus million people voted for Donald Trump. So obviously we got to listen to what they're saying. Even though we don't want to, there's something that we need to listen to because we're missing out. Okay? What does this old deranged woman say? I don't know if y'all want to see her full view or half view, but y'all got to see her, because if I got to see her, let me get my bucket or something. I got to get something because my stomach is getting queasy.
The bottom line is that America needs a free press that is willing to speak truth to power right now.
Let me stop you right there, because you're about to say something real dumb right after this. This is what we have been asking for a very long time. We want fair journalism. Okay? This is all that we want. What the heck is this on my screen? All right? This is all we want. Fair journalism. If you're going to cover Trump negatively, then also try to find a way to cover him positively. When you're covering Kamala Harris at a 95% positive clip, and then you're covering Donald Trump at a 90 plus negative clip, we have a problem. We've got a problem. So you mean to tell me there's nothing good that this man does? BX Mail just said it earlier. He just said, you couldn't even mention, like, he didn't take the salary when he was president. That is big news, you know? That's not something we think about, but the fact that he didn't take it, why don't you guys talk about that? And then what he did with his money as a president. Seeing that presidents are supposed to be the ones to unite, let's say some positive things about Trump. But that's not what you guys have been doing for 4 or 8 years. It's not what you've been doing. Since he chose to be a Republican, you guys have just been pushing a narrative to the point where you've lost an election in such a landslide fashion that you guys are embarrassed and you have to recalibrate and restart. Let me get to the rest of what this deranged woman says.
More than ever. And
hit the like
we
button.
have to
Hit
be very
the
clear.
like button. Thank you very much for hitting the like button.
Pride when we think about the president-elect and cover the president-elect. And I don't think you need to sit down for 90 minutes at Mar-a-Lago and kiss his ring to be able to speak
they doing
truth
it.
and to be able to cover a story. So maybe they're not journalists in the true sense. Maybe they're saying that they're opinion journalists. But we have to remember that Trump is the guy who ushered in the...
Oh, God, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It did. I knew it wouldn't take that long for her. I was going to say, where is the real Sunny Hostin? Where is the real Sunny Heifer? Where is she at? I need the real Sunny Heifer. I said, she being too nice. Here we go.
We have to remember that Trump is the guy who
The
ushered
guy.
in the era of fake news.
Here we
He
go.
is the guy who ushered in alternative facts. He is the guy who attacked 3 black female journalists. He's the guy that revoked Jim Acosta's press credentials for asking him a question. And so...
Does she, is this lady tone deaf? Does she understand the entire segment is because Trump deranged talking points do not work anymore? And she's going down the same route. She's so dumb.
I think that this president-elect, I hate to say it, would like nothing more than to have only Fox News cover him, would like nothing more than a state-sponsored...
Fox News now is the one that's in charge that has better ratings than them all. So people are tuning into Fox News. That's why MSDNC wants to try to get Trump on the station. That's why even on The View, they're looking for a pro-Trump person that can challenge you guys. Because you need to cover Trump in somewhat of a better light.
Media. And I don't think he can be trusted in the way that other presidents can be trusted. This is an aberration.
But the reality is he doesn't just have Fox News. He didn't do a lot of mainstream media this election, but he went on Joe Rogan and reached 50 million people.
Yeah.
None of us could talk to Donald Trump again. No mainstream legacy media could. And he's still going to reach the vast majority of this country. So I actually think extremely highly of both Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski. I don't think this is opportunistic. I don't think that this is a judgment on their character. I think they recognize 75 million people voted for this guy. He will be in power short of something, an impeachment for the next 4 years. So where can we make some changes on the margins? My first say,
What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear what she just said? Give me a second. You know what? I'm not no dummy. They're trying to change her. See, I knew if I followed this they're changing her into the pro-Trump person that they wanted. I was just hearing the other day, 2 days ago, that The View was looking for a pro-Trump person to be on their station. Just somebody that can be a different voice than what they've been saying for years. When I listened to her speak, she worked for Trump before. She wrote him a letter and said something about how great of a job it was. She's a Republican. She's going to be the new voice. I already know it. They probably already gave her the script. She's going to be the person that's going to push Anna Navarro and Sunny Hostin. And Sarah Haynes is going to be the other person who's going to be mild-mannered and can challenge both of them as well. I got it. Something, as she was talking, I'm like, she's making too much sense. And then I said, that's what they're trying to do. She will be the new reasonable voice on The View. That's what it's going to be. I knew it. All right. And again, just like Joe Scarborough and Mika, they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes. So is The View. Pay attention. Pay attention.
If I could say real quick.
Okay.
My first day in the Trump White House working for Pence was the day of the Las Vegas shooting. Donald Trump worked with Congress to ban bump stocks. The Supreme Court later overturned it. One small thing like that could save lives. I'm not going to say I don't want to change anything if I have to acknowledge that this person exists and speak to him. I'd like to have marginal change.
I'm going to.
Y'all see? You see what's happening? I'm not going to be fooled one bit. That's what they're doing there. All right.
To wait and see what I'm dealing with. As I've said since the election, because I don't know. I see some things that seem strange to me, but now they're starting to seem strange to other people too. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to have some popcorn. And when I have something to say, I will say it. And we'll go from there because...
Oh, whoopee. We done. Hey, before they shut down my live stream again, because even sometimes YouTube don't even want to listen to too much of this mess. Oh, whoopee. You just looked like a fool last week trying to say that woman didn't cook you those